So this screencast is about putting your legs and orientating them onto your bug body. I'm going to move kind of quick, but I'll sort of shout out when you should sort of stop and do some things. So the first thing is raising your bug body off the work plane. You're not sure how large it's going to be, so we're just going to raise it up just a little bit. There's one. And then the first part is really getting this leg orientated so it's in the right orientation as the body. So I'm going to orbit, so I'm looking at it from this end, and I'm going to use the arrow keys. I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. I'm on the inside of the protractor, so it does those nice big increments. So there's 90 degrees that way. I'm going to orbit to the back, same thing. Here I would bring it 90 degrees, but I don't need to. Now I want to be on the outside of the protractor. I kind of want to get this leg at an angle that I like for the leg shape. That looks pretty good. And then I'm going to hit the letter D on the work for drop to work plane, letter D. There it is, drop to work plane. And then I'm going to drag my leg over to my body so it's contacting it. And you can see it has some good contact there, okay? And then the last step of this first part of getting the first leg in place, okay, and I don't recommend duplicating your leg a ton of times. You should do it in this process, is putting a 20-degree angle on the leg that points to the back of the bug. So I'm going to go up to here, and I'm going to go to just about 20 degrees. You can't get it exact. You can type it. 19 is fine. Oh, there's 20, 21. Oh, boom, 20 degrees. Oh, 19. That'll be fine. So, and then you want to hit D again for drop to work plane because it does change the height of it. So now I have this nice leg in this nice position, 20 degrees, put it in, pause the video here, and go back and do that process. Okay, so now I'm going to start again how to do the second part. This is going to involve duplicating and mirroring. So I'm going to select my leg. I'm going to hit duplicate. I'm going to move this leg a nice spacing down, make sure it still is in contact with the bug. And without pressing or clicking onto the screen, I'm just going to hit duplicate again. What that does is that puts that same leg in the same exact spacing from the first leg. And that looks pretty darn good. Okay. The next step is to make a group of your three legs. So I'm going to drag a box with the left click, select all three, check the inspector box. It says 3 shapes, which is correct. And I'm going to make a group. I'm going to orbit. And these are still selected. So now I'm going to duplicate those. I'm using the arrow keys. I'm not using the mouse. I'm using the arrow keys on the keyboard. I'm moving those legs to the other side of the bug body. Okay. That was the pan tool. So now I'm going to use, to flip them so that they're the same orientation, I'm going to use the mirror button. So I'm going to hit M on the keyboard, the letter M for mirror. Okay. And now I can click this arrow. This will mirror them along that axis. It's actually the x-axis. And now I can use the arrow keys to sort of bump them back into the body. I'm actually going to show you how to center them on the body so you don't have to, you want to bump them back. So you're thinking more about the spacing between these two legs, but you want to get them so they're at least touching the body, like so. And then I'm going to orbit, so I'm looking sort of at one end of the bug like this. Okay. So now I'm going to select my legs, just my legs. I'm dragging a box. Make sure you don't want to touch anything else in the background. So you'll notice I don't want to touch this stuff over here. I'm just going to drag a box that selects the legs, like so. And I'm going to make those a group. So now I have my legs are a group, my body is a group, and I'm going to final step of getting the legs in the right position is to select both the bodies and the legs. You can see it says 2 shapes here. That's because my legs are one single shape made up of 6 items. So a single shape of the legs, the single shape of the body, and I'm going to use the align tool to align those along the center, and now they are. And now my bug is basically complete. I could add more detail to it, horns, eyes, mouth, letters, a hat, sunglasses, whatever it is, horns. But basically the bug is sort of at a stage where I'm ready to sort of start cutting the battery in the motor hole. All right, good luck.